But I ain't gonna lie to you. If Jake Paul take out Alex Pereira, I'm done, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm done, bro. It's a tough man sport instead of a skills, right? Because at the end of the day, you can use your face as a weapon in bare knuckle boxing.
I don't feel like Jake really, just my personal opinion, I don't feel like he has any wrinkles to his game. He has power, he has left hand, he has right hand. But he has no setups, no feints, no good footwork.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Brick Brother Podcast. I'm glad y'all back with us. So on this episode, man, we got a lot that we talking about, but I appreciate y'all for coming in. Like, share, make sure y'all comment any questions that y'all got below, but let's run it. So, man, you got the biggest fight, man, that just happened just yesterday. Jake Paul out here making us look silly, all the MMA fighters putting us out. My boy Mike Perry, he went out there. I was expecting a little bit more out of my boy Mike, but unfortunately, man, Jake Paul got it done again. Man, what's your thoughts on this fight, bro?
It was sad. It was sad.
Yeah.
Not the highest level of boxing competition. I was surprised on both ends. I just thought we would have saw a more, I don't even say competitive, but a more strategic fight out of Mike Perry. I thought he was going to be on some Sean Porter type stuff, you know, changing the distance, making it a bully fight, a battle of will. But he stayed at distance, stayed at range, and Jake Paul just kind of picked him apart. Yet again, we didn't see anything that we weren't expecting, right? As far as if I got this fight prior to this and somebody said it's going to be a distance boxing match, who's going to win? I would have picked Jake Paul. But I thought Mike was going to make this a dirty, ugly,
right.
you know.
Oh, he did make it dirty. Oh, he did make it ugly. But the thing was, though, and that's why I predicted a first round finish, you know, even though that's not what happened. I felt like Mike Perry's aggression could have got him caught easily, right? But I felt like at the same time, if Jake Paul didn't catch him through that aggression, that I feel like Mike Perry could have, you know, unleashed some good power, good hooks to the body, you know, just made it look, you know, like you said, real dirty and ugly inside the clinch. But I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Jake Paul did a great job, man, establishing his jab, good motion. I heard what you saying. I heard what you saying. But at the end of the day, you know, he really kind of just demolished Mike Perry out there. Really didn't. No, there was no good moments for Mike Perry. Really,
few and far between.
Very few. You had one moment where, you know, even Jake Paul acknowledged, you know, either uppercut or overhand at Mike Perry, but that's one shot. You know, other than that, Jake Paul looked unfazed or pretty much, you know, no tat on his face, you know what I mean? No scars, no bruises. Just really went out there and looked like he was untouched in the 8-round fight where he got the finish. So I really feel like, you know, at the end of the day, these MMA dudes, you know, all y'all claiming that y'all know how to box, man. Y'all got to really get in the box room because at the end of the day, it's not Mike Perry initially. Yes, he stepped into the ring. But whatever coaches he got, whoever he working with, you know, they really had to switch that up because it was no way that Mike Perry literally went out there and didn't have any type of footwork, no type of head movement, you know, even hand positioning, right? Just to even keep the hands up. And, of course, we know we call him the king of violence, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you got to also attribute your own, you know, your shots and be able to put in your own damage, but he wasn't able to.
Well, that's the thing about boxing, too. It's a skilled sport. As much as people want to make it seem like it's a battle of will and toughness, you can make it that kind of fight, but skills are what gets the job done at the end of the day. As you said, the lack of footwork, no head movement, his hands weren't up. He was kind of leading with his face, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. It was like lunging, stepping over his feet with his punches. And I didn't think he was going to have great footwork and all that stuff in the first place. I thought it was just going to be an inside fight.
Right.
No space, no distance. And that's how you have a battle of will. If you watch, like I said, Sean Porter, great at that style, you know, making it, taking away the variable of who has the better jab, who has the better footwork, who has the better head movement. You're going to fight literally maybe 1 inch of distance.
And like you said,
us.
Making it competitive, right?
Yeah.
With names like who, you know?
Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, beat Adrian Broner, you know? Like, that's how you do that type of fight. So, like, as I said, if I thought it was going to be who's the more technical boxer wins the fight, for sure. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure Mike got paid a bag, and he's probably not crying too hard about it.
No, he definitely not crying too hard.
People were entertained, you know. Like, for me, I could have I feel like I wasted my night watching that. You know,
see, you wasted your night, nigga. I feel like I wasted my money. I paid for it, you know, but you know, I felt like I had to put on. I couldn't just stream it, you know what I mean?
Me too.
Looking at it. But regardless, I really feel like yet again, it just, bro. I feel like boxing is gonna pretty much stop MMA guys from boxing.
Y'all banned?
They gonna ban us. Yeah,
y'all banned?
Yeah, bro. I mean, cause be honest with you, we ain't doing so good, bro. Like the only person that gotta win is Francis Ngannou, right? And that's off of the Tyson Fury fight.
But he lost though. He didn't even
He
didn't get the W.
Damn, you right.
But
right. No, wait. But you saying that right. So do we even have a win in boxing against a legit boxer?
Yeah, Anderson beat
Chavez.
Yeah,
but Chavez was drinking and partying and shit. He ain't nothing like his daddy.
But y'all not finna get
nothing like his daddy.
Y'all not finna get banned because it's easy money. That's the thing. Like, it's the setup. It's the play at this point.
It is the play now.
Right? You just pick any MMA fighter, probably old, former champion, and then you get anybody who a halfway decent boxer. Because let's be honest, Jake Paul, he not a good boxer.
Right.
He's a decent boxer. He still don't have the footwork. He still don't have the head movement. He still don't have the counter punching ability. He don't have combinations. Like, you're beating people who are not really boxers. So it's like the one boxer you went against, and he's a mid-level talent. You know,
right,
like,
as well.
And I don't mean any disrespect when I say that, but we talk about great boxers. We talk about Tank Davis. We talk about Terrence Crawford. You know, even the Anthony Joshuas of the world. He's not on that type of level. And I don't think he wants to fight those guys for a reason. Of course, you're supposed to work your way up. But how many fights has he had at this point? Maybe
right. Be honest with you, and the majority all been MMA guys, but he getting to the double digits. I think he like.
So you got to start fighting.
He 8-0 against us, bro. Like for real.
And
like,
not that you have to fight the best boxer in the world, but at some point in time you got to start fighting some journeymen. You know, like some guys.
I mean, you see who he called out now, right?
Who he called out?
Man, Alex Pereira, man. He didn't rained up on a goddamn FaceTime. Which how they even get each other's connect in the first place? Either way, it don't even matter. But he talking about, he want to fight Alex Pereira now because he feel like Alex Pereira is the biggest name in MMA, in the UFC, really stacking up numbers, and that he can knock out Alex Pereira himself.
You think he can knock out Alex Pereira?
Nah, I don't think he can knock him out. But the thing is, we know this fight not gonna happen. Never. So it's not even fun to even try to entertain it.
Dana not finna.
Because I would love to see it. I love to see Potan go out there and put that left hook on, buddy. Right? But yeah, like you said, Dana ain't gonna allow his boy to go out there and do that shit.
You know, and here's the thing, too, and a lot of MMA fans probably don't understand when I say this. It's not like Alex Pereira is the most technical, I want to say conventional. How about that? Conventional striker, especially with his boxing, right? But I just think the power difference, and one thing about, to give Mike Perry some credit, he fought a much bigger opponent. Like, Jake and him didn't look like they're in the same weight class. And with Pereira, he's a huge dude, and it'll be somebody who's still in their prime, still, actively with a long striking background. So that'd probably be a more competitive fight, but Dana ain't gonna let that happen. So
Nah.
Ain't no point.
And that's the thing too, right? No, it ain't no point for real. But I feel like, man, shit, Alex Pereira could put on a little black magic on, man, and change Dana White's mind, bro. Having Dana White talking about some Shama, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's make it happen.
They make a bunch of money.
They definitely, bro.
Dana get a piece?
I was just about to say that. At the end of the day, Dana going to get his little piece of the pie. And the majority of people that will watch that, it'll be a lot of people that will watch that fight, man. I ain't going to lie to you. If Jake Paul take out Alex Pereira, I'm done, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm done, bro. Like,
that's why I don't even want to see it.
That's just,
I don't even want to.
Because, like you said before, because Alex Pereira still ain't no boxer. He's a kickboxer. Yes, he has power. He does have ability, to show that he has decent defense. But at the end of the day, he still keep those hands down and he don't move his feet, right? And at the end of the day, even with, Jake Paul's very, basic technique that he has in boxing, it's still something that Alex Pereira could have difficulties with if he's not able to touch Jake Paul, And the thing is, Alex Pereira's still been knocked out before.
Of course.
Right? By overhand, by right hand, and guess what?
That's what Jake's good at.
That's Jake's money right there. So at the end of the day, it's just like, yeah, man, MMA dudes, y'all really got to get focused, man. If y'all really trying to get into boxing, bro, my biggest advice to y'all is to find an actual boxing coach, get in the actual boxing ring, and fight actual boxers. Don't be in the MMA room thinking because y'all done put on some motherfucking shoes and y'all done laced up the gloves that, all right, y'all, we just gonna box today. That's what y'all doing. No, you got to actually get in there with some real boxers, man, and really find out, okay, what I got to work on and what I got to do. Because it's really just the basic shit that y'all missing out on. Y'all not throwing no combinations. Y'all not moving y'all motherfucking heads. Y'all not moving y'all feet. Y'all got to just learn just the elementary shit for boxing just to have some type of little small success in it. But y'all not even willing to learn the basics, man, and that's why y'all niggas keep getting spunked around. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, we don't even see the basic level stuff, slip ducks, rolls, footwork, combinations, just things that make boxers, But with that being said, Conor had a lot to say about. Did you see some of the tweets and stuff he said?
Look here, Conor. Just because you see what Mike went through, and you feel like you could have a better, Conor could easily get in that motherfucking ring with Jake Paul.
They ain't finna let that happen either.
What you mean? He already let it happen one time. He can let it happen again.
They ain't finna let that happen.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Conor probably get spunked around too, bro. Mike Perry said it best. Like, hey, nigga, you bring your ass over here, nigga. Because Conor had a lot to say on Twitter.
He did.
But he ain't never shown.
Fired.
Yeah, you fired and shit, man. Which, you think he fired?
Nah, I don't think he's fired.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, bare knuckle boxing, like, that's what Mike Perry's built for, So all the things that we talking about in boxing don't equate in bare knuckle.
Different game.
It's a whole different game, especially when you got the gloves on, right? That's why you can, be able to hit harder shots because you can protect your hand. And like you said before, a bigger glove, you can touch more areas, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be precise as in bare knuckle boxing because there's a small window of opportunity and then you got to split that guard. And it all depends on where you hitting because you can instantly break your hand. So if you hit the forehead, instantly your hand is broke, right?
Elbows.
All type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, Mike Perry is built for that because of how tough he is. I'm surprised that Mike Perry was even able to last all the way up into the 8th round. But if Mike Perry wasn't built like he built, anybody else would have got put out probably in the first round, But Mike Perry was able to pretty much dish out take all that punishment, and still kind of he didn't get knocked out. He got knocked down.
Stopped. Yeah,
he got stopped, right? Yeah. But regardless, at the end of the day, it's just like anybody else, bro, would have been probably knocked out cold, from a lot of those shots that Mike Perry was able to take. So that's why I can see why he's so great at bare knuckle boxing because it's like a pain tolerance. It's a tough man sport instead of a skills, right? Because at the end of the day, you can use your face as a weapon in bare knuckle boxing. People can break their hands on your face and just wither away after that. And then obviously, Mike Perry is still gonna keep coming forward and keep putting his first foot forward and really kind of putting combinations on guys and really kind of like pretty much shutting guys down because they ain't got no more weapons. Their hands is broke. Not Mike Perry. What's his name? Michael Venom Page, Luke Rockhold, Eddie Alvarez, and then the last one that he just fought as well, the Pitbull. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah,
Thiago Alves.
All them dudes thought this was going to be a regular-ass fight. Nigga, you in the streets with it. So, at the end of the day, man, I think bare-knuckle boxing definitely got to keep Mike Perry because that's the dude that, really showing up and showing out for bare-knuckle boxing.
So, you really think that Jake Paul knock out Conor McGregor?
Yeah. I'm gonna stand on that one. Like right now, you talking about nigga silk sheets, nigga, in the silk robe. Like that nigga's too comfortable. Nigga got the yachts, nigga, like the Lamborghini yacht, big jet plane.
So
Prop 12, nigga out here popping bottles every night.
I don't think it'll ever happen just because I don't think Conor and Jake will ever be in the same weight class. Isn't it?
I love how you said that. Jake Paul ain't fought no nigga his size and no nigga his age. Nigga kind of the best of both worlds, nigga.
Right? But if you talk about just skill sets, although Conor is not a boxer, not at all, he does have great precision and his timing is fantastic, where I don't feel like Jake really, just my personal opinion, I don't feel like he has any wrinkles to his game. He has power, he has left hand, he has right hand, but he has no setups, no feints, no good footwork, no good combinations, none of that. And I think that's what makes it competitive. Conor has not good boxing footwork, but he's more elusive and slick. And then he actually does have good precision and timing, but he's too small. That's the thing. Yep. It wouldn't be competitive for those reasons. If they were the same size, I think.
Is Conor McGregor southpaw or orthodox?
He's the southpaw, right?
He's southpaw. all Jake Paul gonna do is step on that foot, nigga. Step on that toe, nigga. That pinky toe, nigga. It's gonna be hurt, nigga. Nigga gonna be, boom, pop with a jab, nigga. Hit him with a cross, nigga's over with.
That's hella
Yeah,
funny.
Nah, I really don't see that Conor will have any success only due to the size.
Size, yeah, exactly.
That's it, right? You know, so he can do all the pretty shit. He can have that time. He can have that precision over everything. But once he get touched, man, I think it's really gonna be a wrap, man, for Conor McGregor, bro. But regardless, though, we still got to get his ass back into the UFC in the first place. You know. But first off, speaking of Conor, wait. I'm sorry. I'm thrown off. Conor made a comment to Terrence McKinney on Twitter. So Terrence McKinney also had something to say about, you know, Conor McGregor, you know, having, you know, backlash or firing Mike Perry allegedly. Be like, but nigga, you was trying to get your bag too. You was trying to fight Mayweather, or you did fight Mayweather. You made your bag. You set out for about 3 years, so you did it for the money. You know, Mike Perry just went out there just to make a bigger bag. So kind of like, man, who this bum talking? Like, who is this over here speaking this this talk right here about Mike Perry making more money? Because he make more money at BKFC than he did at that weak-ass fight with Jake Paul. I'm like, that can't be possible. You know, if you're talking about the amount of fights that he had.
In totality.
Yeah, in totality. Then, okay, that make my sense. But other than that, though, I said, but how kind of going to be mad? But how Terrence McKinney get a response before I get a motherfucking response?
Your feelings hurt?
Yeah, bro.
You
I want to be called a bum, too. Big, uncoordinated motherfucker. I want to be called that shit, too. Nigga, like, damn, bro, that's some fucked up shit. But regardless, though, it's just like, you know, he going to pick and choose who he going to talk about, you know, and who he going to give a response to. Because at the end of the day, once Conor responds to whoever, it's going to do numbers. You know, so I was definitely expecting a little response from my man Conor McGregor, dog, to get my little numbers up, but it is what it is. Everybody quiet about me. Ain't nobody talking about me, you know? So even if I take out Conor McGregor, you got Kamaru Usman out here saying, you know, he can't wait to come back, man, and be the boogeyman, right? And he has some names ready, right? He said Belal Muhammad. He said Shavkat Rakhmonov. He said JDM. And he said Ian Gary. And I'm waiting. I said, nigga, you got one more name. Nigga, you got one more. Nothing, you know? So I'm like, bro, why everybody so quiet on your boy? Like, what's going on, man? What you think it is?
You're not ready for him, that's why.
Oh, I ain't ready for him. You don't think?
You ain't there yet.
Lil Marty? You don't think I'm ready for Marty? God damn.
No, I just think, honestly, people tend not to call it the name that is the most dangerous for him. You might not have the profile name of those people, but I think people know you have the skill set and the power. And just matchup-wise, there's not a lot of welterweights. I just honestly, even if we weren't close or cool or whatever, I don't feel like it's a lot of welterweights that match up well with you. I feel like you have a lot of attributes and advantages that are to your opponent's potential detriment. So I wouldn't call you out either. So it's the smarter.
Man,
it's a smarter play because what are you, number 11?
Yeah, 11.
Kamaru Usman's number 1. Why would you fight the harder guy with less of a profile? That's just my personal opinion.
Man, that's true. That's true, man. That's why I said, man, I can't wait to move on.
He probably never heard of you though. Probably actually.
No, that nigga heard of me, nigga. We done had a couple conversations. Don't be playing with me, nigga. But yet again, though, you right. We just got to keep doing what we doing, and eventually they ain't got to say my name, you know, because we gonna be put in a position where they gonna need me instead of me needing them.
Hey, you know what happened with Leon.
Yeah, on it.
Then nobody would fight Leon for real.
Nah, not at all.
He got to do 15, 40 fights or whatever just to get into that title contender spot. So it just is what it is. But once you get that ranking and you start being ranked guys, they can't really avoid you.
Nah, not at all, not at all. That's why I'm excited for my next one that's coming up. You know, damn, boy, I can't wait till the UFC announce that motherfucker though. You got motherfuckers still trying to, you know, wait on that goddamn video. Like, nigga, when you gonna announce it? When you gonna say it? Like, shit, we can't say nothing until, you know, Dana White get it clear, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, now you know looking ass. So we gotta wait for that bullshit, dog. You know that's gonna happen a week ahead of time.
Right.
So they gonna find out, nigga, the week of shit, that the fight going on. Man, that's that bullshit, man. I feel like there should be a lot more promotion, man, towards these fights, bro. Like my thing is, bro, let's build this up as big as we can make it, no matter what's going on, even if it ain't a pay-per-view. Like,
do you feel like they just don't want to take away from, like, because next week there's
other cards and shit?
Because we'll talk about it in a little bit, but you feel like they don't want to take away from the promotion for that?
Man, fuck them niggas, man. I'm trying to do some shit, bro.
You trying to eat?
At the end of the day. But no, that's a good way to put it as well, you know, because at the end of the day, even if it's the last card that they had, I didn't get to watch it for real. Yet again, I haven't been, you know, paying attention to many, let's say, Apex fights or, you know, UFC fight nights and things like that. But I heard it was, you know, a banger card, you know, a lot of knockouts.
Fights.
Okay.
I didn't. I said what they lacked in star power, they made up with fight ability and just bringing a fight in front of the fans and crowd. On the main card, out of 6 fights, 5 were all finishes. So
Okay,
so
okay.
they were definitely fighting.
Did they eat?
I think that I heard that Dana gave away a bunch of bonuses for this one.
Okay.
But nah, it was some good fights.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm still looking for my little something that, you know what I'm saying? I'm still looking out.
Hey man, fight harder, man.
I don't know how hard a nigga gotta fight shit. Anyway,
but at least I don't know, at least from that conversation, it's not really based off of that, it's just how they feel in the moment.
There's literally, that's literally what they say.
Flip a coin.
If you say the wrong shit, you definitely ain't getting that motherfucker. I found out that a couple times. But regardless, though, no, that's good for them. It seemed like there was a lot of, like the road to UFC guys on there. You had, I forget his name, but they said he took a 38 punches to the face, nonstop.
You talking about?
I don't know the nigga name.
Lee. I think
Lee.
Hyder Emil versus I can't even say his name.
But I seen that highlight on my reel, and I said, "Damn!" Like he really took like a Mortal Kombat combination, like just
came out the gate. It wasn't no great setup or nothing. They just start throwing down. You know what I mean? Like
first round finish.
First round. It was probably about 40 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
First round. That shit did not last long. But no, they're banging. It was all good fights, like for real. You had Amanda Lamoche versus Joanna Jadoba.
How'd that fight go?
She got a sub, but they're fighting at distance. They're kind of tentative. Obviously, I think most people knew if Amanda Lamoche had it on the feet, she would probably knock out Joanna Jadoba. But if it went to the ground, she looked like Buddy. What's bro name? I'm not even trying to be funny. She reminded me of
Bro.
Yeah, Rose Jr. Yeah, that's what she reminded me.
Well, y'all ain't shit anyway.
But no, she
ain't cross-eyed, is he?
That's not what I'm saying. Like they just have similar profiles. Anyway, but the jiu-jitsu, she's a nasty grappler, and then she had a slick transition. She was working on RNC and then ended up switching at the last second to an arm bar, and it was nice. It was a nasty finish. It was cold. Then you had Steve Garcia versus Sung Woo Choi. Hopefully I said that right, but Steve Garcia just
that Doodoo Choi cousin.
Nah. Dude who got him a knockout. He got him a knockout too. We'll talk about it in a second. Steve Garcia, but like I said, it wasn't really no setups. They just came out to the middle of the cage, just start throwing down, just brawling.
Yeah.
He ended up catching Sung Woo Choi with some, ended up knocking him out. Quick finish, first round. Like they ain't even nothing really to go over. Like super crazy. This one with Kurt Hallibo and Kamen Kruchinski, however you pronounce that dude name, but it was a great fight. Back and forth, stand up, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, everything. Battle Wills, just a gritty fight. Although it wasn't a finish, it was very competitive. And then in a fight that I thought was fantastic, Cody Brundage versus Bruno Silva. Cody Durden versus Bruno Silva, excuse me. But I thought Bruno Silva, I think he won 3 fights in a row coming into this one. I thought he was going to make easy work of Cody Durden, but Cody Durden was giving him a bunch of problems. They look like they're in 2 different weight classes. It's crazy that they both compete at 125. But the striking, wrestling, everything, Bruno didn't have any success. And then he just found his opportunity, had a good uppercut, ended up dropping Cody Durden. Cody took way too much punishment on top. I don't know who was reffing that fight. I don't know why they didn't stop it. It was just Cody was trying to get up for like a second.
What's up with these flyweights finishing each other nowadays, boy? Hey, these flyweights starting to get a little power on their hands, boy. They tired of them talking about nigga, I just know technique or like it's just a technique. they trying to put boys' lights out now, huh?
Yeah. But it was a good fight. And then we had Doohoo Choi versus Bill Algeo. Again, just kind of Doohoo Choi turned into a grappler. He was throwing up arm triangles, not arm triangles, but like Darce chokes and guillotines, and he was just trying to land a bunch of chokes, and then he ended up actually catching Bill Algeo and ended up dropping him. And I don't know, Algeo, I don't know if he had quit or whatever. He threw his hand up to the ref, and then he just went down, and that's how the fight ended.
Damn, well, shit, you just letting the motherfucker know I'm done. Before I take this shit, they gonna wave the white flag.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But no,
hell no.
My takeaway from this card is not even about specifically calling out one fighter, giving a great breakdown, because in my opinion, it really wasn't shit to break down. It's not like it was a highly, extremely technical night of fights. They just went into the cage and started fighting. But my point being is, when people talk about casual versus being a real MMA fan, everybody who is your favorite fighter today was unheard of. The Dustin Poiriers, the Conor McGregors were unheard of at one particular point in time. You got to give people a chance, because honestly, the entertainment value of this card was better than some of the big name cards that I've seen recently. Like, this was a fantastic night, just off of entertainment. Everybody fought their ass off, and if they did give a bunch of bonuses, kudos to them, because they deserve it, you know? So, just make sure you support people, you know? Yeah. Not just the big name guys.
Yeah, that's true, man. I was trying to see my nigga Mike Perry spin a nigga around.
That was 2 hours later.
What you mean?
The fights ended hella early.
Oh, nigga, I got kids to take care of.
Yeah. You got what, UFC? What number we at right now?
304. Yeah, 304.
We got Belal taking on Leon Edwards. We've talked about it a couple times on it, but we give our final predictions on it.
It's getting closer now. Seeing all the work, man. Belal looking in shape. Belal probably in the best shape that I ever seen that motherfucker ever in his life.
Yeah.
But obviously, got the biggest fight on his hands. Definitely fighting for that title. But I really feel like in this fight right here is really gonna show the hard work of Belal versus the gifts and talents of Leon Edwards. Not saying Leon don't work, because I haven't really seen the let's say the actual work ethic of Leon. I don't know if you've seen this, bro, but he kind of broke down his training regimen to Tom Aspinall. I don't know if you saw that video.
I did not.
Or not, but he says that his trainer that he pays for gave him a schedule to work out at, and he said you got to work out in the morning, right? You need the sun. So he said he gets up at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. He gets his first workout, when the sun comes up. And then after that, he works out at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. nonstop. This is what he told Tom Aspinall.
It's a fairy tale. I like it.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
But what sun come up, nigga, at 1 a.m. or 2 o'clock in the morning? But regardless, though, yet again, going off of that shit, I don't know how Leon works, but I seen Belal personally when I was in Chicago. Got to work out with him for my Vicente Luque fight, So he helped me with that preparation. Shout out to him. But I was like, this motherfucker work, Not the most talented, not the most gifted, but this motherfucker work. You talking about, from the morning to the afternoon to the evening, he doing something. Whether he's in the jiu-jitsu room, whether he's, doing striking, or that motherfucker at Orange Theory. You know what I'm saying? Doing it on a little bicycle or, on a little ski. He putting in work. So at the end of the day, that's how I feel like this fight is going to boil down to: the hard work of Belal Muhammad or the gifts of Leon. Because Leon is definitely a gifted individual, and definitely one of the people that you can look at and just can tell he got it. Right? He got it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in this fight.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you talk about Belal's work ethic, and I don't mean any disrespect. I feel like he has to, though. In this division, he's not the biggest guy. He's not the fastest. Doesn't have the greatest striking. Doesn't have the best wrestling. But as far as what he lacks in just pure ability, I will give Belal that he maximizes his talent. There's many people who do the opposite of that, but and it might be definitely underrated, but it might be the UFC's smartest fighter, like best fight IQ.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the skills and ability, in my opinion, of some of the other guys, like a John Jones that you would say fight IQ. But if you look at what Belal has, he makes the most competitive fights out of fights.
Out of the tools he got.
Yep, out of fights that might not be competitive if he wasn't so intelligent. But with all that said, I just don't see how he gets it done. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I just don't think that he has the wrestling to take down Leon Edwards early and often. Kamaru Usman struggled to do so. Kobe Covington struggled to do so. So if Belal can mix it up and take him down, that really surprised me.
Right. Well, just going off their last fight, they ended up posting it. He was winning in that clinch exchange, right? Did he get a takedown? Not necessarily, but, Belal showed that he had the strength to kind of control Leon up against that cage. You don't think that'll play a part,
Only if he gets tired. Leon Edwards is a guy, and I don't want to say too much, because we'll save it. But, I think activity can be to Belal's benefit.
I mean, any nigga that's working at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. nigga, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's not what I mean.
I don't see him getting tired.
Leon just likes to fight at a particular pace.
Mm-hmm.
And, certain guys have that cadence and pace that they fight at. And Belal, if he can disrupt that pace and some of those with extra activity, I think that he makes the fight more competitive. But it has to be a long fight for Belal to win, in my opinion. And I think Leon could win either way. So that's why I lean towards Leon Edwards. I think he can win a decision, and I think he also could probably finish Belal. Where I don't see Belal being able to get a finish. He'll have to.
And I hear you with either way, but how does the finish come?
You mean for Leon? I think he could finish him with strikes.
Okay.
Belal, I think he's gonna have to use a lot of energy and take risks. Right, when you're the shorter fighter, and you don't want to be on the outside of a guy who's a kickboxer, you have to take a lot of risk. You have to really
gotta work inside.
Drop, lead with your forehead and try to get inside and make something, make a a dirty fight scenario, make it an ugly fight. And the guy I'm mentioning him again, Sean Porter. What happened in those fights with Terrence Crawford? And what happened against Errol Spence Jr.?
Eventually got caught.
Right, you either impose your will or you end up getting finished, and I can see that happening because. I think if you ask Leon Edwards, if he stays from the outside, there's no way that he's going to win that fight. No. He's not going to win a kickboxing match with Leon Edwards. That's not going to happen. It has to be an inside fight, and there has to be takedowns. So unless his wrestling ability to mix it up is better than Usman's and better than Covington's, I just don't see how he gets it done. But, I've been wrong before.
No, I got, and yet again, what you're saying is very true, right? But it's that whole notion, right? You know what I mean? Can hard work beat talent, right?
Yeah.
Because, yet again, what you speaking about is what a lot of niggas said when Belal fought Vicente, right? For the second time.
Yeah, they fought twice, though.
Right, but I'm talking about that second one because they were like, oh, it's going to happen again. When he fought Wonder Boy, right? When he fought Sean Brady, right? When he fought Gilbert Burns. Everybody said exactly what you said, and he beat him.
The difference is in those fights, and I take nothing away from Belal's victories, but most of those guys have major deficiencies where I feel like Leon is solid everywhere. Not a great wrestler, but good defense, good takedown defense. Not great jiu-jitsu, but competent and decent defense there, right? Where you have Wonder Boy, that the game plan to beat him has been the same over and over again. We're going to force him to wrestle, right? Then you have, what's his name? Sean Brady.
Yeah.
Sean Brady, no offense, just not a great grappler, not a great striker, right? How many fights have you seen Belal have that type of striking advantage with somebody? Like
ever?
Yeah.
Oh, you know he was hella excited when he got that little referee call. I think it was my first finish.
So my point being is, I don't think Leon has those holes, and I think that he don't want to lose that belt.
Shit, don't nobody want to lose that belt.
Yeah, but I feel like some people realize that it's more of a possibility because if Belal wins this fight. That I feel like, and not a disrespect, like I said, no offense. The optic, how people feel about Belal Muhammad, I feel like this will do a lot of negativity for Leon's.
Yeah. I told you they gonna hate Leon.
For his
Leon
legacy.
thought they was bullying him before. If he lose to Belal, it's over with, bro.
For his legacy, like guys are not.
But I would rather see Belal as champion, bro, and not because why you think. Stop. Stop.
You're not gonna say it on there, but I know why.
But Belal gonna fight. Leon, he gonna take his sweet ass time before he get another fight. If he does win against Belal, it's gonna be another year, there and there 2 years before we see this motherfucker again, before he pop out of the motherfucking wherever the fuck he trained out of, right? So my biggest thing is Belal win, he talking about shit. I'm still trying to fight. I'm still trying to have the most, whoever's next, Shawcott, nigga, whoever next, JDM, it don't matter. I like that type of energy, right? Because these guys at the beginning, even Belal himself, right? But as well as Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards was so active, right? What happened to that as soon as you got the belt? Because my thing is, if I got the belt, I want to stay active because I'm making money. Alexander Volkanovski, right? Who else is a great example? Pereira.
Izzy was super active when he was champion.
This big bag season now. And you look at it, okay, like, all right, damn, I'm fighting a bigger echelon. But if you call yourself the best in the world, don't give a fuck who you running with. And I feel like, in my personal opinion, that's the only thing that be holding up these motherfucking divisions is when these champions don't want to fight, right? John Jones. Who else a name I can give out there, man? Picking on John Jones. You know, that's everybody's favorite little goat right there. Who another great name actually that hasn't been really active?
Topuria really hasn't had any defenses.
Yeah, he hasn't had one yet. So yet again, it's like.
But I don't know if that's him at the UFC. It's hard to say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But at the end of the day, they be trying to make these pay-per-views, you know. So I feel like anybody that got a belt and is willing to put themselves in position to fight, they gonna make them fight. Yet again, we gave them examples: Alex Pereira, Izzy, Alex Volkanovski when he was champion, right?
Yeah, all those guys were
like if you got the belt, you can definitely make sure that you get a fight because they always got somebody that's next for you.
Right.
But these guys obviously want to sit back and benefit off the rewards that come off of that belt, you know. So my thing is, though, at the end of the day, man, we trying to make a check. We trying to make as much money as possible. So my thing is, bro, in order to do that, you got to be a world champion. And the more active you are, the more bread you can get. So, you know, shout out to Belal, man. I want that nigga to win because he going to keep the motherfucking welterweight division active and busy, you know.
Yeah, I'm not rooting against anybody. I don't care. But just if I was betting on it, you know.
Yeah.
Then we got in the co-main event, you got Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blaydes. How you see that fight going?
With Aspinall and Curtis Blaydes, man, I don't know, brother. Because the first one, Curtis Blaydes won due to, I think, an injury. Tom Aspinall
messed up his knee.
But, man, Tom, nigga, he's supposed to fight for the real belt. He got the interim, you know. This the first time I seen a nigga defend the interim.
Yeah, I can't think of this. But, you know, whatever they want, you know, they make the calls.
I feel you, but yet again, though, you got to eat, though, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, Tom Aspinall, he could have waited, but I got to get paid. So he taking this fight on against Curtis Blaydes, which, yet again, is somebody that beat him before. And I wouldn't say like he, you know, got whooped or anything. It was just due to an injury. So we'll see how Tom Aspinall does against Curtis Blaydes. But I feel like Curtis Blaydes, you know, he can really kind of use his wrestling and his boxing. He got decent boxing, you know, when he strikes with folks. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna just lean towards Tom Aspinall just because of the momentum, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, it's hard to tell because of the heavyweights, man.
Anything can flip a coin.
Yeah, of course. Right?
But I see it the same. Just because Curtis Blaydes has kind of struggled with guys who are big and have power. Tom moves his feet well. I think Curtis can win. It wouldn't surprise me, but just slight edge, maybe 60-40, you know, like probability.
60,
yeah.
70-30.
I say 60-40. Then you got formerly Bobby, but King Green. He just legally changed his name.
Yeah, King Green.
Versus Paddy Pimblett. That's an interesting fight.
It is. Stylistic though, right? I'm gonna have to give the, you know, the advantage to Paddy because of just the grappling, right? If Paddy's able to get the fight to the ground, bro, it's gonna be kind of difficult for, you know, Bobby Green to kind of survive against that jiu-jitsu. But, you know, Paddy be leaving that chin up, man, and you know, well, you know, he said Scousers don't get knocked out, you know.
I think he's gonna get knocked out.
You think so? You think King Green gonna do it?
I think so.
Okay.
We have a good fight to go off of this one, and it's Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson, to me, is a better MMA grappler than Paddy Pimblett. Grant Dawson is wrestling and jiu-jitsu together, and Bobby spun him around.
I got you, but Grant, I heard you.
Because Paddy don't have good.
I heard you.
Paddy doesn't have good wrestling, in my opinion. No offense. Like,
right. No, that's 100. I give
so
you
like
that
his
too.
jiu-jitsu is good.
Yeah.
But Bobby's hard to take.
If the Styles get knocked down and Bobby Green follow, man, I think Bobby.
Okay, I can see.
But regardless, though, what you saying though with Grant Dawson, like Grant Dawson just wasn't active enough for me, right? As long as he was in the UFC, he only fought like once a year. I think that's what kind of hurt him. It's not that he couldn't.
I thought he had some activity.
That nigga fought. No, go look it up,
I'm
bro.
gonna look
that shit up. That nigga never had 2 fights in a year. Never.
That's hella funny.
And he was on a 10 or not 10. I'm sorry. He was like on a 7-fight win streak. So that nigga had one fight.
He's a youngster though. He can't be in the UFC.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Just style wise, I could see Paddy winning. I'm not saying it's impossible, but if it's a striking affair. Bobby does do a bunch of stuff that I think could get him in trouble. If you even saw the Jim Miller fight, there was times where he gave Jim Miller great opportunities to land stuff. But I think that Paddy's going to have a very hard time taking him down. Unless he's improved his wrestling, which guys get better, I just don't see how it's not a striking match for the most part.
Okay, I got you.
But it don't matter. You know, we'll see.
No, it's going to be a great fight, man. I'm still getting off of that Grant Dawson, nigga. I don't know, man.
You hella funny. You just lying on him. Hey, shut up, Grant Dawson.
No, fuck that nigga. He was still working with Glory, you know. All right, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Brick Brother Podcast, man. We definitely gonna be coming back at y'all, man, with another hot topic, man, pretty soon. But listen, if you guys got any questions that you guys want to have us answer on the show, make sure that y'all comment below, all right? And then also we're gonna give y'all a shout out. And for me, bro, you know, like I said, I appreciate you guys for always coming in and sharing our videos, man, and giving us the likes that we need in order for our videos to be played. So we're gonna be doing a giveaway, all right? So if you want to be a part of that giveaway, man, make sure that you comment at the bottom and make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. And then, yeah, we're gonna get some Brick Brother Podcast merch to you, all right? Because everybody a brick, man, who mess with us.